So this weekend we'll be working on just finishing up some cabinet stuff. We really need to start painting them. We haven't done that yet. I'm looking forward to it. Usually I hate things like that though because they take a long time, trying to sand them, trying to paint them. We already had some difficulties with what was it, with all the chemicals that we're using to try to strip it. So I guess we're down to all we need to do now is just sand a lot. But I think really in the end it's gonna look pretty good. So let's hope. I'll set this one up. So I finished the first coat, which is the primer, and looking at it, apparently I forgot a couple of spots there, so I'll need to pass them by next time because I need to do the underneath. But in general, they look pretty nice, I think. And again, it's primer. There's going to be paint that goes on top of that. And I got, in case you're interested, I got the, I think it's called the level 2 primer, which sticks quite a bit better than your usual kills or anything like that. And it's already drying. I needed to dry a little bit more, so I have a fan, a box fan there that I'm gonna set, just let it blow. Oh, well, for Pete's sake, I forgot another side. Anyway, whenever it dries up, I'm gonna flip it over. There are only a couple of spots, but it will give me a chance to look at all the other ones, make sure I got it done. But yeah, as you can see here, it's drying up. One thing I would say though about the sprayer that I have, I bought it from Lowe's, I want to say. It has been about 5-6 years ago. I've used it only maybe 3 times, but this was the chance for me to use it. I wanted it for something like this. And the one thing I have found that there are a couple of things I don't like. Number one, if you don't adjust it just right, it sprays way too much. And it did happen in the very beginning. So in the fast motion video part, most likely you saw me do it and then stop and then undo it a little bit because I had forgotten how to adjust it properly. Now the other thing is, eventually if you're running it for a long time, the air from the hose gets warm, and you can only use it for so long because eventually the paint at the tip begins to dry, and then it's a nightmare to try to clean it. But I have used it a couple of times in the past. I remembered that I had to do that, and so I moved kind of quickly. And there are a couple of settings to it. Right now you'll see it says 0, but there's a 1 and a 2. And I asked my son to go ahead and turn it on for me, and he turned it on to 2, and I had forgotten about it, so it was spraying more than it needed to. So we have an extra thick layer of primer, which is not necessarily a bad thing. All right, a little bit of change of plans. It was taking too long for those things to dry, and since it's a really hot day outside, might as well use the sun to help it out, which of course would have been the smart thing to do from the beginning, but it's all right. Do whatever I can. And so what I did is set up all of them out there. The one side is finally dry, and so I put them all out, and I'm just going to do the primer in the back and then leave them to dry. And when they dry, I do the paint in the back, let it dry, and flip them, so on and so forth. I looked around and I think I fixed all the ones which were only like a couple of sides. The reflection is ridiculous, it's so bright. The issue I'm running into now is the wind. Every time it blows a little bit of trash in it, but my goodness, this thing is already drying, and I've been working at it maybe 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go. I had almost no primer left, so I'm gonna let it drain a little bit, and I need to go clean these, give these another 10-15 minutes, and then come and start putting paint on it. So after getting rained out and having to bring in the cabinet doors, we were able to set them up in the basement to paint them. And so we did that. We did one layer in the back and 2 in the front, and we're going to put a little bit of a polyacrylic cover on the top. We might do 1 or 2 layers to kind of protect it. Being white, that would be easier obviously to get dirty, but the reason why my face glows is because they definitely are very, very white. So let me show you. So we ended up spray painting them twice. The second coat was done maybe about 10 minutes ago, maybe 15, and I've set a fan to sort of move the air and dry them up maybe a little bit quicker, but I'm not too concerned. Of course, my basement floor looks like it has snowed down here, but it doesn't bother me too much. This is where we park the car. So the only thing that I see, even after 2 thick coats, and a primer. We still have some spots that are coming through. You can see one here. Let me see if I can find another one. There's right here at the edge, there are a couple of them. So we might have to do a third coat on a couple of spots tomorrow. But as of right now, if all else goes well, we'll do polyacrylic tomorrow and start hanging the doors. We're gonna go ahead